Welcome back, folks, to some more Neverwinter Nights. I'm going to go ahead and apologize right away. Again, the voice was not recorded while I was playing this, so there's going to be a lack of me talking. I'm actually interjecting this voice now. This video is going to be kind of funny, though, if you just want to watch it. I'm so used to playing with Lug and beating the shit out of everything that you're going to see me die several times. And you can imagine the pain, and the anguish, and the rage that the game hoarder is going through. Now, it's almost kind of ironic that the voice wasn't recorded, because I'm sure last night as I was drinking and recording this that I was shouting every obscenity under the sun. But maybe that's not such a bad thing that it wasn't recorded. I might have said, you know, a few curse words like shit and fuck. I don't know. Anyways, I will make sure I record in the voice and the dialogue. And I promise that next video will be back in the saddle with the voice and the acting and the improv talking throughout the video. I just cannot stand to sit here and watch a half hour of this shit of me dying. But you can, however, enjoy it. So enjoy!
My weapon will not serve here. My weapon will not serve here. Pray. Prepare to become one with eternity. nigh. Prepare to become one with eternity. Your whatever gods you worship.
Motherfucker!
Get the humans!
Dick licking son of a fuck nugget!
Prepare to become one with eternity.
Otano, Voltigiamar!
Pray, whatever gods you worship. Pray, whatever gods you worship. Pray, whatever gods you worship.
A quiet sanctity seems to grace this well-tended cemetery, permeating it like the chill mountain mists. Lichens crust some of the older headstones, lending them a dash of pale green color. This is holy ground, and a part of you feels hesitant to disturb it. You recognize this pennant, the starkness of the black on red. You can still remember them from the battlefield, their streaming tatters stained with red. Perhaps someone you once knew is buried here.
Prepare to become one with eternity.
This headstone seems newly mounted, its text hastily chiseled. The words seem strange to you, as if you are somehow viewing them out of context. Come back to me, my love. This battle is not ended. This headstone seems newly mounted, its text hastily chiseled. The words seem strange to you, as if you are somehow viewing them out of context. Come back to me, my love. This battle is not ended. This boulder has cracked in the cold. You think you might be able to scale it and reach the plateau above, though you'd hate to fall from that height.
I am overburdened. Perhaps you should bear some of my load.
This headstone is not yet fully engraved. Stone chips lie scattered about the floor, intermingling with the arcane symbols traced in sand. A chill goes up your spine as you brush away some of the dust. Her eyes a milky white against her pale green flesh, the night hag stares at something unseen upon the table, seemingly oblivious to your presence. She seems young and attractive, not like a hag at all. Suddenly, she's there before you, her white eyes piercing deep into your soul. So it's
my pussy,
back to
Ronstock!
me, is it? They
You
could
must
have
be the
done
night
worse,
hag.
I suppose.
How do you know my name?
I've known you for a long, long time, Lord Ronstock. We've been through a lot together, you and I. When last we came, neither of us expected you lived to see the day.
When did I last come here?
The night hag puts her fingers to her lips. Hush, she whispers. These are things which I'd rather not speak. You are here now. That is what matters.
I was told you could help me.
More than you realize, Ronstock. First, however, I must tell your fortune. From a fold in her robes, the night hag produces a deck of painted cards. She draws 5 of them and displays them out before you. This hand, the night hag intones, is spun from the very past that you've forgotten and will tell you more of it than any mortal can. It is called the Warlock's Hand. Now draw. Ronstock draws a card from the night hag's hand. You draw a card depicting a man and woman, their naked limbs entwined with satin sheets. They stare deeply into each other's eyes, oblivious to the shadows being cast over them. Ah, the night hag. You have drawn the child of passion. The person you used to be did what he did because he was driven by love for another. The painted card feels soft and well-worn, its edges frayed. Keep it so you might remember what it is that drove you here. She draws another 3 cards from the deck. This hand, the night hag whispers, is spun from the silky substance of the future. It speaks of what is destined yet to be and known to the witch's hand. Now draw. Ronstock draws a second. You draw a card depicting a man sitting cross-legged atop a wall. He holds the moon in one hand and the sun in the other. A golden chalice is suspended in the air above him. You have drawn the fool, Ronstock. You are cursed to see the world through a keyhole. When you act, you will act without knowing the full implications of your decisions. Then let this be your fortune, the night hag advises, setting aside the remainder of the deck. She pulls a strand of white hair from her face. Surely you must have some questions.
Okay. I read your gravestone.
She smiles with guilty pleasures. Do you like it? I've been preparing it for you.
Thanks, it's nice.
The night hag glows with pride. It's to save you. Noticing your blank expression, she rushes on to explain. It will keep you sore from the demons when you die.
The demons?
Yes, the lords of the Stygian depths. Her pale green face floats before you, seeming almost childlike and innocent. That's where your soul goes when you die.
There's no heaven.
The night hag turns her gaze downward. There used to be, but it's gone now. She falls silent for a moment. Look, I can protect you from the Stygian lords, at least for a while. Go to it. Let its tendrils have their taste of you, and when you return to me, I'll show you how it is I intend to protect you from the demons of Stygia.
Negative energy streams through a tiny fissure, escaping into this world from the plane of sorrows.
You feel the icy touch as the tendrils of energy curl around your legs and torso. You can feel them twisting inside you and drinking your fucking soul. I am empowered by the tendrils of deep black darkness.
The night hag nods approvingly. The leak knows you now, and I will be able to use it to help you return to the land of the living. If you find more in your travels, be sure to let them taste you as well.
I've seen them before on the battlefield.
She becomes grave and she considers her words. There are no leaks through the past. I'm sorry, you must be mistaken. As you know, you were gravely injured and under great duress.
No, there was an entire sea of them.
Then there's proof that you're a fool. To see so many would mean the barrier had sundered completely. Besides, why were they still there when you awoke? Enough of your tall tales, Ronstock.
What are they?
The leaks are small fissures in the barrier that separates our world from the great beyond, she explains. The tendrils you see are bounds of dark energy escaping through the leak. Most people cannot see them, so consider yourself either lucky or forewarned. Even the undead will generally steer clear of them as they fear the tendrils might pull them back into the land of the dead.
Are they common?
More common than many realize, but still rare enough that one must search for them. I know of a few others in the surrounding region, and have read accounts of them in distant lands.
Where will I be returning from?
The land of the dead is a vast place far larger than the world we call home. If you descend to Stygia, I doubt that I could pull you back, but there's a domain above called the Plane of Sorrows. The night hag runs her cold fingers down your face. I have some power there, enough to catch your soul as it descends, enough to draw you back to the leak that knows you. She grabs your hand with her own, and feels like you're clutching death. Come, we'll travel there. I'll show you and explain more once you're there.
All right, lead the way.
Very well, but do not be surprised if you do not see me when you arrive. I'll be waiting for you by the leak, but will project my thoughts to you when I can. As the night hag speaks, the floor of your home begins to fade away. You experience a sense of falling through. You can feel no wind. Around you come the moans and cries of fellow souls, and you close your eyes.
You are surprised to find yourself standing on solid ground again. You still feel as if you are floating. Far below you, you can hear the flow of water and distant screams. The depths of Stygia, you presume. Though you cannot see her, you can hear the night hag's voice inside your head. You stand on the Isle of the Dead. The sounds below are those of the river Styx, which flows ultimately to Stygia. Lost souls will occasionally come to this island as it lies at the border of my domain. They will be unable to pass through the gates you see before you, but you may speak with them if you wish. Some of these lost souls may still cling to virtue, petitioning you to perform some noble deed, but death changes the hearts of men. Many are but vengeful spirits, intent on wreaking havoc in the world. Remember, they cannot hurt you in this place, nor can you hurt them. You are safe here in my care.
What's this over here? Marius Helms.
Pale and wispy, this ghostly dwarf bears a horrible gash down his left side. His entrails dangle from the broken bridge into the vast darkness below. The uniform he wears is all too familiar to you. He reaches for you, his eyes manic.
Witchbane!
He cries.
Ye brought it with ye, didn't ye? The axe?
Ye did.
I can feel it in me very bones. Give it to me. I need it.
Here's the axe, take it.
The dwarf's hand rises from his torn stomach, grasping for the offered axe. They leave the bloody smears across the gilded blade.
Aye, that's it.
He concedes.
But it's not right.
His ghostly hand seizes you by the shoulders, sending a chill up your spine.
What have you done with this magic? There be nothing there. It be but lifeless steel unstuck. I didn't do anything.
He gazes into your face, his hands falling resolutely at his sides.
Nah, you're right. Just look at us. We're both to be but shadows of our former selves. Me dear Witchbane be no different. Your hat. What do you think happened? I don't know. Something drained it out of magic. It's nothing but a well-owned blade now.
He gazes out over the yawning pit below, trying to mask his tears.
Ye be in grave danger unstuck. Do I know you?
The dwarf takes a step backwards.
By Brogan's axe, it be me, Marius Helms, Splitter. If you not remember, then ye be in graver danger yet. Who's Brogan's fellow?
Marius glances over his shoulder. I guess I'll be meeting him soon enough. He be a dwarven hero of the northern clans. When he died, he made a bargain with the Stygian lords.
He fought for them as a gladiator, and in return they let him live for long, as he could still fight. In the end, they say he fought 4 dragons of the abyss. They tore him limb from limb and scattered his parts to the world's 4 corners. Aye, but none of them be in my turn right now, or I'm stuck. As I keep trying to tell you, you be in danger. Your hat, what happened to you?
The dwarf pauses, gaping wound.
It'd be nothing. Well, it'd be enough to kill me, but it'd be nothing now. The pain be almost gone already. Who did that to you?
He looks up at you in surprise.
Why, little Harry did. She snuck up behind me and goaded me while I was battling Turnak. You were there. Look, there'll be no time for this bullshit around stock. What kind of danger am I in?
He eyes you warily and then spits into the void.
Beware the night hag, ye hear. She's not to be trusted. Are you?
The dwarf seizes you with his manly hands.
Don't be a fool. Prince Ahmed never died. Within that ghostly succus, the dwarf's eyes are a maniac. I can feel the dangling entrails pressed against you. Yes, that's my guts pressed against you, motherfucker.
He reels back, shocked.
Liar! Lies! Get away from me, you hound! Away!
He seems to panic, as if suddenly terrified by your presence. Clutching his stomach, he eyes you wildly. The ghostly dwarf becomes increasingly agitated. He begins to froth at the mouth, and every time you approach, he snaps out to bite you before some unseen force pulls him back. Who knows? He's a fucking rabid, feral little dwarf. Fuck him. He can lick my balls.
The night hag's voice, soft and confident, returns to you. This is a tree of life. I planted it here long ago, and it is what gives me my power in this place. Its roots descend all the way to the Styx below. You need only touch its branches, and it will grant you passage from this island back over the river Styx. You feel the air about you shift and change. It feels electric somehow. Through the door before you lies the Filcher's labyrinth. It is a part of the barrier I spoke of earlier, a final bulwark against lost souls. The Filchers are mindless denizens of the barrier. They pose no threat to you save their insatiable curiosity and greed. If they draw close to you, they will attempt to steal your belongings. You may attempt to fight them off or retrieve your belongings from their treasure piles. If you destroy the Filchers, however, more will arrive. They will pursue you for as long as you wander the barrier. You are lucky. Only one Filcher is present now. Word of your passage through the barrier will spread, however, and more will be waiting for you each time you traverse this path. Be aware, too, that the barrier is a constantly shifting place. What the Filchers steal from you today may be long gone when next you return. Leave behind only what you are willing to never see again. Now pass through the door and enter the barrier. I will be waiting for you at the end of the labyrinth. They will not be able to reach you there. Good luck.
Alright folks, we'll see you in the next video. Hopefully with fixed dialogue. Thanks for watching.